Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, November 7th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, Tesley, Cony, NVDY, Misty, and AMZY. And today we have a special guest, my 2-year-old son, who's joining me because he's been up all night, so I'm next to watch him. Yay. All right, so who had trades yesterday? Tesley, NVDY, AMZY, and Cony. Yeah, look at that, Cony. So let's just get right to it. So Tesley had trades, BCs, right? BC. We look for BC right away by the close. Basically, in summary, they closed out their weekly position and they opened a new one. They did not touch their synthetic. So let's take a look at the spreadsheet and see what it looks like. All right, so here's their synthetics. Again, they got the 245 and the 255. Right now, they're sitting pretty, but both expire in 9 days away. They're 17% above the strike price of the 245 synthetic and 13% above the 255. They could have, cashed these out yesterday when they closed the weeklies, but they did not. Usually they do because, again, the weeklies cost them a decent amount of money, I'd say, and I'm not sure why they didn't do the synthetic bailout, but whatever. Let's take a look at how bad the numbers are. So yesterday, Tesla flew to the moon because, as we know, Trump won. So Tesla went up 14.75%. And Tesley went up 10.67%. So, it captured a lot of that upside, but, it missed out on approximately 4%. I guess it could be worse. So let's take a look at them closing their positions. All right, so basically, if you look in column I, you can see the close price of each position. They had the 260 strike price. It cost them $23.12 to close the top part, the 33,000, the larger position, and then they got it for cheaper, $20.41. So obviously they lost their shirts, right? They lost a lot of money yesterday from that, and then the call credit spread, they sold for some money, right? They sold for about $10.43 per share on one, and then $8.80 on another. So, kind of served its purpose, right? Because Tesla flew past the buy calls that they had. So the call credit spread did offset the damage that could have been much, much worse, right? Which is why it's good to have it through the election, right? All right, so what is the damage, though? So if you look at the call debit, yesterday they had to pay about $79 million to close out the weeklies, right? But they did make $36 million on the call credit spread. So that is offsetting, again, the damage. So again, this is the reason you would have the call credit spread. Obviously, if you look at the gap, it's $15 per share, right? 260 versus 275. So if that was a little tighter gap, the damage would have been less. But again, they choose what they choose, right? So let's take a look at the new position heading into next week. They chose a 295 strike price. They separated it out in two spots. Again, they're keeping this, the contract separated out like this, whatever. So they chose a 295 strike price for that, 2.24% out of the money. So that's way too tight. But to be honest, Tesla did go up a lot. So maybe they're expecting kind of a leveling out. But and then they have a call credit spread with a 320 strike price. That's 10% away from helping. So there's an 8% gap here, which is a lot. Now my son's going back into the fridge to get another juice. Do I give him another juice so I can finish this freaking video? I guess so, right?
Ow. Ow. Not ow.
All right. There you go. All right, hold on, guys. This is the last juice. Come on. All right, sorry about that interruption. So yeah, the call credit spread, big gap there, $25 gap, 8% gap, which is a lot, but we'll see. Outstanding shares for yesterday did go down by 850K. That's a pretty big sell-off, but people probably took profits when they saw Tesla flying high. So, all right, here's the recap. 30-day IV, 52%. Outstanding shares, 68 million. Total net income is a loss of 18.7 million now, because again, they took a big hit yesterday. So obviously we can't move forward. There's no distribution to talk about right there. Reaction is Tesla basically went to the moon yesterday. Tesla went up a lot. I mean, that is a lot for one day, right? Did anyone expect this? 14.75% increase in one day due to an election decision. That's nuts. All right, so let's look at the payment information. Short call income is now a loss of 18.7 mil. Because again, and total net income's the same because they didn't cash out on their synthetics, right? They just closed out the weeklies. They took the loss. They took the hit. Their synthetics expire soon, so I'm surprised they didn't close it out while they could. Because Tesla could have another, it could sell off, right? But I don't know. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Outstanding holdings, not much to talk about here, but you can see the value of the synthetic. 115 mil for the one position and 5 mil for the other. And the pink, pretty cheap to close. So they're going to make a pretty penny on that one. In blue, obviously, we have the calls towards the bottom, which, the calls, look at the difference in price from the synthetic to the call. So obviously that's a good spot to be in because where Tesla is priced at currently. Synthetic bailout money, we're ready, right? 117 million. Again, if you net the positions together. So when they do that, get ready for a pretty nice payment. Total net assets, 905 mil, which, by the way, they're approaching $1 billion. So they're getting pretty damn close. Maybe they will be number 2. The NAV is 1330, trade price 1328. All right, on to the next one. Try to go faster since I have a baby here. Here's NVDY. A bunch of BCs for them too. So they basically did the same thing. They closed out their weekly position and they did not touch their synthetic. Okay. So let's go to the spreadsheet. Lightning round, right? So here's the synthetic 130, again, untouched. This expires in 44 days and they're currently 12% above that one. This kid's going to be filled with juice to start the day. Isn't that awesome? All right. So he has 2 juice boxes and a milk, if you can picture this right now. So what do we got here? We got NVIDIA did go up yesterday, 4.07%, and NVIDY went up 2.54%. So kind of capped there, obviously. Everything went up yesterday, probably except China stock, right? Let's take a look at the closures, right? So they closed out the weeklies. They paid about $559 on one, which is the 139, and then they paid $508 for the 140. Call credit spread, they actually, they did not make any money on the 149 call credit spread, but the 147 down below, they made 91 cents, which is not much. And it's interesting because if you look, NVIDIA closed at 145, right? 145, 3 and 4% in the money. We have 2 trading days left, and they closed this position out yesterday without doing the synthetic bailout, nonetheless. But I'm wondering, since they had 2 trading days, why'd they take the hit already, right? Why would they take the hit? What if NVIDIA came back down, right? I'm not really, honestly, I'm very confused with this trade right here because why not just let the time value expire and see if the underlying stock does go down, possibly closer to your strike price? And maybe we can end this week with a successful win. Why take the hit if you don't have to? Again, it can go the other way, so maybe they'll look smart. But I just feel like on such a bullish day, right? Maybe everything's overbought yesterday, right? That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like today, Thursday, there's going to be a lot of people going to sell out, take profit already. Because a lot of things went up. So I don't know why they closed out. They closed those out early. So, but anyway, here's the numbers. Basically, it cost them about $47 million, $47.5 million to close those calls, and they only made about $8 million on the call credit spreads. So, the one call credit spread, the buy call was a loss. So 3 losses, 1 win on that. Now the new positions heading into next week. Let's see that. They got 2,700 contracts and 90,640 contracts. Now my son's getting into stuff. 148 strike price, 1.64% out of the money. That's not ideal. That is not what we want. What the hell is that? And then the call credit spread, it has a 155. That's 6.45% away from helping. So 5% gap on the spread on that. And I don't know, man. This is, very, very tight strikes right here. Again, and that's the problem. I talked about this on my commute video, that if they want to do call credit spreads, sometimes they have to go really, really tight, right? Tight strikes close to the money. And this is an example of that, right? Because for them to afford call credit spread, which I don't think they need, right? Unless they have freaking earnings. When's their earnings? I have 11/26. Yeah, so there's no earning. There's nothing in sight. The election's over. Why are we doing call credit spreads? Why? We could have went like 3-4% out of the money maybe, instead of going 1% out of the money. And I don't know. Maybe I can't even think because there's a baby in the room. Who knows? All right, outstanding shares did go up at least 575K. So hopefully we'll see some new trades. 30-day IV, 49%. Outstanding shares, 50,500,000. Total net income is a loss, unfortunately. Again, because they didn't have to close these out yet, but they lost 24 million. What? You want a helmet? He wants to wear a bike helmet. This is what we're doing now. Okay, there you go. All right, here's the image. Too soon? Yes, I think so. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Group B declares again in 27 days. Obviously, they declared yesterday. I still have to make a video on that. But I did add what they paid under payment information, because a lot of people are yelling at me, your estimate was way off. But listen, guys, they made $2.19 per share. I think my estimate was $1.85. So I did think they would not pay that full thing. And not only did they not pay the whole thing. Okay, this is awesome. But they paid basically less than half, right? Now he wants another helmet. This is awesome. Probably one of my best daily videos ever, right? So yeah, what does that mean? That means that's some NAV preservation right there. So if you think about it, they kept about $1.17 per share in capital. So you'll be up in capital that much. Either way, the fund's going to drop whatever they distribute. So since they didn't pay $2, for example, it's not going to drop by $2. It's going to drop by $1, and the remaining dollar will just stay in the ETF price. So either way, if you want that extra dollar, sell off what you need to, get that extra dollar, right? It doesn't matter. Anyway, hope that made sense, because it's hard to think right now. Short call income is a loss, like we said, 24.5 mil. So we're starting off fresh, new 4-week cycle, and we're already losing money. So you want it on? Here we go. So one second. This was supposed to be a quick video. It's turning into a longer video than what it needs to be. All right, outstanding holdings. Yeah, so the synthetic is worth a lot of money, because they could have done the bailout and they didn't. They did a closure of the weeklies. They took the hit, but the difference with this synthetic is this one expires December 20th. So them not touching that, I guess, kind of makes sense, but that hasn't stopped them before. But anyway, total net assets 1.2 bill. The NAV is 25.59. Trade price 26.64. And then obviously you can see the synthetic value 154 million at this very moment. All right, continuing the journey, we'll get there. Misty has a 255 synthetic, no trades yesterday for them. Their synthetic is they're above the strike now, 1.1%. They were hurting before. This synthetic expires in 9 days, but if things stay where they're at, they can make some money there. All right, so Misty and Mr. had a really good day. Mr. went up 13%. Misty went up 10%, so not bad at all. Let's take a look at where they stand for the week. Again, Trump won, so Trump is more about crypto than the left. So the market loved it, right? So what do we have? We have a 255 strike. Most of the positions are in 255, and that's 1.09% in the money. Wait, you want it off?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have a 1,330 contracts, 245 strike. That's 4.97% of the money. So it's not that bad, right? The smaller position's more in the money than the larger. So they could actually make it out alive this week if MSTR takes it, chillaxes a little bit. But we'll see. Call credit spreads. Again, the gap is so wide that it's ridiculous. Still 20% away from helping on the larger part and then 10% on the other. So I don't see that of any use, to be honest. I don't think MSTR is going to go up much, that much throughout the rest of the week. Outstanding shares did not change. So here's the recap. 30-day IV, 94%. Outstanding shares, 28.3 mil. Total net income is a loss of 16.6 mil. Now he's escaping. Reaction is just, again, wow. Because what a day, man. What a day.
Go.
All right, let me give him this freaking car. All right, there's your car. So yeah, man, I didn't expect crypto to do that. Next declaration is in 13 days. Again, part of Group D on November 20th. Payment information. We have synthetic income of 204 mil. Short call loss, 16.6 mil. So that's a total net income of 187 mil. That's a total income per share of 662. Not too bad. But we'll see, man. They have about 13 days to make more money, hopefully. And they could pay us even more. We'll see. But Misty's doing very well, clearly. All right, again, they didn't have any trades, so their synthetic is not, they were way behind on their synthetic. They had Gold Digger. As you guys know, the Gold Digger was ready to steal our money. But we booted her. We booted her out, as you can see. Now we have a more affordable, synthetic put in pink, 45 mil. So, and as far as the weeklies, we'll see how that plays out. But you could see, it looks like they're gonna cost a lot of money to close out. All right, so total net assets 859 mil. The NAV is 3037. Trade price 3031. Synthetic bailout money, not that much, about 10.7 mil at the moment, and the weeklies are gonna, as they stand, they're gonna hurt. But again, we'll see. It's a little early. We have 2 trading days left, so maybe we'll, like I said, make it out alive. But it's good to see Misty back in the $30 range, right? A lot of people probably taking profits. We'll see. Maybe me, right? All right, so who else had trades? Let's get through this list here. AMZY and Cony both had trades. AMZY did, if you look here, you see the BCs. They did a buy to close. And you look to the left, what did they close? They closed a put and a call. So it looks like a forced closed. They had to close out 650 contracts from the synthetic position. And they had to close out 650 from the weeklies. But the synthetic was so far ahead that you see the sell call, $20.99 per share that they made on that. So let's take a look at AMZY. Again, I'm not going to talk about Cony's trades. You can see what I wrote, but it's a little ridiculous, honestly. And if any of these other funds that I'm covering get like this, I'm done. Just so you guys know, I'm going to cover them in a different way, probably the way I cover, these two. But it's just too much. All right, now my son's getting way too needy here. All right, so let's continue to the spreadsheet. All right, YouTube with babies. Isn't it awesome? Okay, AMZY and Amazon. Amazon went up 3.67%. AMZY went up 2.49%. So again, all they did yesterday, there was no change, no movement in the holdings, just a decrease in the contracts. Okay, but again, they made money on the trade. So currently, their synthetic is a 185. They are 10% above that synthetic position. Their synthetic expires on November 15th, so they're going to cash out and make some money on that soon. And then if you look for the weeklies, currently they have a 205. That's 1% in the money. So it's obviously you don't want to close at the current price it's at. It's at 207.09. So hopefully Amazon kind of settles down, goes down a little bit, and then maybe we can close out these weeklies for a win. Call credit spread again is useless because we're in the dead zone. Total net assets for AMZY is 194 mil. The NAV is 2048, trade price 2046. So good to see AMZY in the $20 range again. Here's what the synthetic is worth, 21 mil. The 30-day IV, 25.12%, which is not that great, to be honest. IV estimate based on that would be 40 cents. They're part of Group D, who declares in 13 days. Okay, again, Cony, if you want to go through those trades, be my guest, but I'm not doing it today. Coin did go up massively yesterday, 23.73%. Cony went up 17%. So we got capped. We lost out on the 6%, but still, going up 17% on the cover called ETF, not too shabby, right? All right, how's their synthetic? They have a synthetic. Make sure you're still in there. Yeah, they have a synthetic 230, and if you look, coin price is 254. So they're 9.56% above that position, which is good. Let's see what it's worth, actually. Oh, wait, hold on. 230, 202. Okay, so I didn't update the formulas here. It should be H14 plus H3. Yeah, it's saying H15. Just want to see what it's worth. Okay, it's worth 81 mil. Is that it? Let's see, 202. Yeah, 81 mil. That sounds about right. Okay, that's oh, now he's cabinets. Oh, God. All right, so what do we got here? For the weeklies, again, I guess they closed out everything. And they have new positions that expire next week. They have a 245, a 255, and a 280. The 245 is already in the money. The 255 is kind of at the money, and the 280 is 10.10% out of the money. The largest position, though, is the 245. Unfortunately, that's in the money. So hopefully crypto, chills out. Kind of has a sell-off because right now, I mean, I don't know. This is that trade, they closed out their weeklies, they opened a new position, and they're already in the money by 3.6%. Not good. I don't know, man. If I went through it, maybe I'd be bitching even more, but they're lucky I didn't, I guess. Anyway, so total net assets, 872 mil. The NAV is 1561, trade price 1591. 30-day IV, 77%. IV estimate 95 cents. Group C declares on November 13th, which is in 6 days. Do you ever have a 2-year-old who gets into everything? That's his mission in life, to get into everything. All right, so now we're going to look at the pre-market standings, using marketwatch.com. This is as of 4:57 a.m. Tesla is down 0.64% at 286.68. I'm kind of expecting a little sell-off today, to be honest, because they went up so high yesterday. Tesley is down 0.3%. It's at 1324. NVDY is up 0.03%. It's at 145.66. And Vidy is down 0.26%. It's at 25.55. Coin is down 4.25%. It's at 243.61. Yeah, NVIDIA, that was the one where I said they closed early. Right now, they're looking flat, so if they were looking really red, I'd be bitching even more, but we'll see. We'll see how the day goes. So yeah, we said Coin is down 4%. Cony is down 3.83% at 1530. MSTR is down 1.33% at 254.30. Misty is down 0.53% at 30.15. TSLY is down 1.23% at 15.30. I did sell, I had 200 shares left. I sold a call yesterday at 16.50. So now I have 100 shares left of TSLY to play with. So again, we'll see how that works out. Hopefully I can keep some of my shares because I'm loving selling calls, but I did not expect to jump like that. TNA went up massively yesterday. Pre-market shows it's up 0.58%. It's at 53.69. It's pretty much unaffordable at this point for me to do options on. AMZY is up 0.39%. It's at 12.80. I feel like I'm out of breath because I'm standing. AMZY is down 0.54%. It's at 20.35. Bitcoin is down 1.64%. It's at 74,981. BitX is down 3.04% at 37.61. SOXL is up 2.61%. They're at 35.01. SMCI, again, not updated because they're useless. They're at 22.55. SMCY is down 0.04% at 26.45. Palantir is down 1.44% at 54.73. Pallady is down 3.7% at 57.39. Oh my God, that was a mouthful. Anyway, guys, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we will try again tomorrow, maybe without a baby in the video. So yeah, I apologize for rushing and the background noise, but sometimes, life happens. All right. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, concerns, or you want to complain about the baby in the background, leave that in the comments down below. Outside of that, I got to end this video. But keyword time. Keyword. I don't know, man. I guess we'll keep it in the baby theme, right? The baby theme. So obviously, the keyword today is, I'm thinking of hangover, right? What they say, there's a baby on board, or somebody said baby. We'll go with that. So the keyword today, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, the keyword today is somebody said baby, right? If you remember the hangover, the first one, the wife's on the phone. She hears a baby. She said, somebody said baby. I just thought it was hilarious. But yeah, there's a baby here. Yep. So that's the keyword. I got to go. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Later.